Hello friends, my name is Sanjay Singh and I'm your sales coach. Corporate sales training programs in India. And many a times people ask me this question that Sanjay, why do corporates call you for a sales training program? Because a corporate already has so many sales professionals with them. What is the dearth of talent and intellect as far as sales is concerned in a big corporate? So what do they seek for when they call you for a sales training program? I normally reply to them that it is not an understanding of sales that corporates are looking for. I agree that there are a lot of experienced people in every good corporate which understands the basic function of sale, and they also have hands-on experiences into selling. What they do not have is an out-of-the-box approach towards selling their product. What they do not have, or rather what they may not have, and they seek for in sales coaches like us, is a scientific approach to be able to do their business. What they could also try and seek for is that how do they integrate the process of selling across multiple channels of sales, like channel of distribution, direct selling, exports, digital selling, institutional selling. So corporates have all these forms of selling activated. Now, how do they scientifically look at suitable opportunities to cross-sell, suitable opportunities to reference sell, and suitable opportunities to upsell? What corporates also look for in our sales training programs, which is trademarked at our end by the name of XSell, which is X, which denotes the X factor in sales, and sell. So under the XSell training program, what my customers many a times ask for is, Sanjay, how can you benchmark my sales? Because they are selling quite alright, but then many a times their sales is suffering from status quo. So they are neither going up or neither going down. So they need some amount of suitable benchmarking into their product, into their sales portfolio, so that their sales team starts following those benchmarks and try to reach those benchmarks. Many a times the corporates look for external sales coaches like us into the corporate sales training programs because there is a kind of sales fatigue which has got into their system, and their internal sales teams have started feeling that the markets are saturating. Their internal sales team have started feeling that they have already done enough. Their internal sales team sometimes start feeling that the targets that the company is asking for is perhaps too much. At this juncture, corporate sales training in India helps such corporates in changing their belief system. It helps such corporates in framing a new belief system for them and to make them understand that they can actually take sales to the next level. So that's what corporate sales training program in India is, and let me quickly share some of the very live case studies that we have done for corporates in India. I mean, in the year 2019 and 20, we closely worked with LG Electronics in their consumer electronics division for improving on the market penetration, market sensing, and overall reach of the channel of distribution systems across India, across 24 regional offices of LG Electronics. And we worked very closely with the area sales managers, with the regional sales manager, the cluster heads, and even down to their sales canvassers, which they call DSOs. Register a growth of 14% on their channel of distribution mode of selling. Let me also explain another corporate sales training program which we did for Amway India, and Amway is a MLM mode of marketing. So we did a program for Amway India at Indian Institute of Management, Kolkata, where I take up MDP programs. And we interacted with all their gold distributors across the country and tried to explain to them a scientific model of how to focus on the retail products rather than only building the MLM chain. And we could register a growth of 28% with some of the selected distributors of Amway in India. Let me quickly go across to the telecom industry vertical, and we closely worked with Airtel brand when they were trying to rechristen themselves and reposition themselves into the mobility world and also into the enterprise sections. And we closely worked with the teams to form a belief system, because telecom was growing. It was growing by leaps and bounds then, and they had no clue as to what should be the right target. So we formed a scientific model and trained their teams across Maharashtra, Goa, Mumbai, Odisha, and a few other telecom circles in the country, where we could arrive at a scientific model of target setting for the retail sales teams. Let me also explain to you, in the banking industry, ICICI Bank, we have been doing a program with them called ICICI SME CEO Circle. And this is a program through which we conduct management theatres for the SME customers of ICICI Bank to educate them on problems of day-to-day life of business in SME business, which in turn promotes ICICI SME business that they do from the banking front. So these are some of the live case studies that we have been interacting for corporate sales in India, and I'm proud that we have been able to make a difference in all these glorious brands like LG Electronics, Godrej India, ICICI Bank, State Bank of Mauritius, Airtel, Amway, and many more such brands. So corporate sales in India also require sales coaches, not because they are trying to learn day-to-day selling, but they want to change their orbit of growth. They want to move into the next orbit of growth. They want to catalyze their business. They want to frame new belief systems. And last but not the least, they want to bring in a fresh lease of life into their sales teams. So corporate sales in India is happening, and I'm proud to be a member of this happening phenomena in this country. So all those of you, when you remember corporate sales training, remember XSell, and don't forget Sanjay Singh, the sales coach.